Hey, this is Al Bane for Leather. I'm standing here with my son Liam, and we are going to talk to you just a little bit about the new flip-up edge guide from the Leather Machine Company. This one was a prototype, but it's representative of the new product and what's going on. There's still a couple things that are being worked out in development, mainly the pressure foot lifting mechanism. The end of it is the original ball is a little too small to fit past the casting of the new bracket. So, you know, I've just removed mine. They're talking about making an extended one or whatever. They've got to develop a new way to do it. But I mean, this thing works just fine. So it's not really a pain. It just doesn't have the pretty black ball on the end anymore. I was thinking of machining a cool little heavy metal looking skull and putting him down there. But you know, whatever. We'll see what ends up happening. Okay, so this guide is really cool in that it's really stable and they've got a lot of adjustments that are capable. Okay, like the name implies, it's a flip up edge guide, so it goes away by simply flipping it up or flipping it down. A really cool thing is that it adjusts by turning this knob, and it's a threaded device here that allows the guide itself to move over. See this? It's got about 1.5 inches of total adjustability, to where at the furthest point that I mounted it on my machine, it'll go beyond the point of the needle, which is kind of silly. I should have mounted it probably a little further to the operator's right, my bad, but I didn't realize it had this much throw in it when I installed it. So it's a simple function of rolling your thumb. It turns this threaded bracket, and then the rod itself has threading on it that makes it actuate the system. Okay, it's got a lock, so once you get it set where you want the distance away from the needle, okay, you can tighten this little Allen screw, and then it's not going to move from there at all. Okay, another really interesting feature that is not seen on the other ones that resemble this one. Understand that this one's gone through some development, so they've put some features on from the trial and error process, and this is the latest version. Okay, so a feature that this one has that the other ones don't is this one's got a stop up here. See this knob? By rotating it, I'm going to rotate it and watch what happens to the bottom of the guide. It raises it up. See what's happening? It raises it, or it lowers it so that it's pinching all the way onto the table. What I find this very cool is that I can get it right up against the presser foot. Okay, so it's literally touching the presser foot, but I can have it just at the perfect height where the feed dog isn't bumping the bottom of the roller, so I can elevate it just enough to clear the feed dog. And you know, the normal flip, the swing out edge guide doesn't have that feature, so I'm sitting there kind of wondering if I'm stressing my machine when I'm using that one right up against the presser foot. So this one for the wallet maker, those kinds of people that really want to get tight up against that edge, it's really kind of a cool feature that you can get up away from the feed dog and not have the feed dog mechanism pushing up against the bottom of the device. Another thing you get to do is this couple little screws. You can see this long slot. You loosen them up and it'll go away from you or toward you so that you can line up the center of the shaft wherever you want relative to the needle. Okay, so it mounts in the back over here. The new machines have holes pre-drilled in the casting. Unfortunately, mine didn't, so we had to do a little home repair thing here. So we had to drill and tap it. I posted a couple pictures up on the tips and tricks with the Cobra Class Equipment forum. So, you know, last week people saw that and got a little interest up on it. So this device also, the back, this slot here, it's a big long slot. It's about 3/4 of an inch long, and two set screws are holding it in, and you can adjust the pitch so you can get it to be level and true throughout the entire stroke of the adjustment on the on the guide itself. It also comes with a, or it's got a feature where you can get, I don't know what I did with it. There it is. I found it. This other guide, which would, by loosening this little set screw, remove the wheel and put on this little flat guide. So it would present a flat surface to sew against. For me, my instinct said that I should probably try that one, but this cool presser foot looking style one is also available with this device. Okay. Unfortunately, the original black little ball that helps flip up the lever doesn't fit beyond this bracket. But like I said, here you can see from this side, it doesn't fit in that space anymore. See, there's barely enough clearance. So I guess I could machine one down or whatever. But I kind of, you know, just took it off and I figured I can suck it up and deal with it. I also, for a couple days, was operating the machine without this rod. And if you use your presser foot lifting pedal in conjunction with lifting the device, you can just rotate this thing. It's like almost nothing to do it. But it loses that automatic drop down feature that the weight of the handle would do. So if you've got it locked up and you press on the pedal, raising the foot, normally you'd expect the feet to fall all the way down to the feed dog, but it doesn't do it anymore because there's no weight. And I kind of got tired of doing that. So I simply took the ball off the handle and threaded it back into the original space. And now the self-dropping feature is now available again. So here I'm going. And it drops by itself. So the ball is a cute thing, but it's not mandatory, and you get the hang of it. So if you don't need the guide in the way, you just flip it up. It's a real simple flip up, and it's conveniently out of the way. Anyway, I hope this stuff is helpful, informative. I really like this device because the other one doesn't lock as tight, and when I'm sewing around a heavy curved item, that pressure of pushing into the fence kind of made the other one slip a little bit on me. And you know, mine's old and tired and used, and rather than buy a new one and replace it, I simply tried this one, and this one seems like it's going to be the weapon of choice, if you will. I hope, again, this is informative. It's Al Bane for leather, and my son Liam. Say hi. There he goes. And if you will, please say hi to Nikki. There's my assistant Nikki. And remember, pay it forward.